viewers. It's really, really late. I normally don't do videos during this time of the night or morning, if you rather, but something very, very urgent is transpiring now. I don't know whether you pay attention to the news or whether you have any sources of your own, as I do, but there's some stuff in the news today concerning the charges that President Trump made about previous administration and even current members, as we speak, surveilling his staff, himself, his family, and others around and associated with the Trump campaign during the election season. There's a lot of information that's right on the cusp of being released. I want you to watch this short video.
I recently confirmed that on numerous occasions, the intelligence community incidentally collected information about U.S. citizens involved in the Trump transition. Details about U.S. persons associated with the incoming administration, details with little or no apparent foreign intelligence value, were widely disseminated in intelligence community reporting. I want to be clear, none of this surveillance was related to Russia or the investigation of Russian activities or of the Trump team.
So, when President Trump tweeted he was tapped by President Obama, he might not have been far off.
Okay, that was Fox News, and clearly you can look in the faces of those gentlemen. You can tell that it's something that they're not saying. And it's not what they're saying that is the reason why I felt it urgent to put out a bulletin to all preppers and all preparedness-minded individuals. It is what is not being said. There is a lot of information out there on this matter, and there's been people in the executive branch that has been blocking this information to the media, to the public, and the question is not what, it's not even who, it's why is it being held back, even when they know that eventually it's going to come out and heads will roll because of it. So what that means to me is that it's such an egregious set of circumstances and the stakes are so high that it's worth them risking everything to hope for a chance that something else will supersede or overcome the overwhelming amount of information that will turn into evidence, and those evidentiary findings will turn into indictments. Those indictments will inevitably become convictions. And when you're talking about subversion and espionage and multiple other crimes, you're talking about some serious penalties. Some serious penalties, people. So, the reason for my bulletin is what's not being said. And that is, people behind all of this surveillance, espionage, treason, maybe even pedophilia, are not going to go down because Trump decides to release whatever information and starts trying to roll up the criminal elements that existed in the Obama administration and exist currently embedded in the government in the State Department, the executive branch, Congress, and even the judicial branch. There's a lot of blame and a lot of culpability to be had here. And that being said, they must have a plan, and that's where preparedness comes in. Whatever their plan is, it has to be big. It shouldn't go unnoticed what happened in London at Parliament right after the hearing started about this whole matter. There is a lot at stake, and it's not just in the United States, it's worldwide. This criminal ring, this criminal element is huge. So what I would suggest is people to start being aware of their surroundings, to understand that this is a dogfight, this is a war, this is a battle. Only the fittest will survive, whether it's financially, politically, or otherwise. You have to watch what's going on. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's going on in the news. That means you should be monitoring the news at least 3 to 4 times a day. When you wake up in the morning, right before lunch, maybe at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and definitely before you put your head down on that pillow to go to sleep, as you might wake up to something you don't want to see. So stay in touch, stay in contact with your team members. If you're not on a team, find one. Contact me. Maybe I can help connect you if you're from the Midwest region, Chicago area, or something like that. You need to have more than just you, your wife, and your children to depend on if disaster strikes. You have to have other people. Look, you can have 10, 15 rifles and 30 guns, but you can only man the ones that you can hold in your hands. And trust me, if you live in a 1,500 or more square foot home, you need at least 9 men or 9 capable fighters to man that in the case of a riot condition. You need 3 men per 500 square yards. Look, people don't think about it when they talk about prepping. But say you're shooting your weapon, who's going to reload it? You're going to reload it? If you're reloading, who's going to cover you while you're reloading? If someone gets injured, who's going to care for them? Who's going to take up their position and sustain fire while you try to take care of your friend? What I'm telling you is the hard facts on prepping and survival and our situation that we find ourselves in today. I'm going to end this video now. I don't want to go long. I just wanted to put out a bulletin to let people know that they need to be aware that something is imminent. Something has to happen to change the narrative, to get people off the focus of things like espionage, treason, pedophilia, all of those type of crimes, election fraud. It has to be something big. And the way these people plan, they don't plan off the cuff. They don't just do things on a spur of the moment. The plan is months long, if not years. They have an agenda. They're going to go forward with it. It's up to you to understand that, and that people are not going to just sign themselves away to a federal penitentiary or a military prison like Gitmo or something. Easy. Million and billionaires just do not do that. So it's time for you to put your feelers on, get your mind right, and get your family in gear, talk over your emergency survival plan, and be prepared for whatever might happen. But just know that all of these people, embedded people, high-level people, are not going to just lie down and stick their arms out and say, handcuff me, I'm ready to go. It's just not going to occur. It's not just 4 or 5 people like Watergate. It's hundreds of people, if not more, just in the United States alone. They've been committing crimes for years. Trump and his people have access to all of this information. And there's whistleblowers walking up to his door and letting him know that they have information and files on some of these people. This is their cover to escape punishment themselves. People are making deals and they're trying to get prepared to make a move. Thing is, there's a counter move that might be made, and this is probably the most critical 24 to 48 hour period in American history. Did you hear what I said? It is the most critical 24 to 48 hours possibly in the United States of America's history. And I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to end the video. Trump came out a week ago and he mentioned that there was some big news that was going to happen, that was going to identify why he said that Obama wiretapped him. This week is almost over. He said within the week. Sean Spicer stood up and said, let's just see how the week plays out. Now it's Thursday early in the morning, and then you have Friday. Then you're into the weekend. That means that time's up, people. Time's up. So if there's going to be a preemptive strike by the leftists or globalists or whatever you want to call these people, that's the people in the media, that's the people in the political elite, that's the people in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party and all areas in between. That's the executive branch, that's the judicial branch, that's the military, that's the State Department, that's intelligence, that's everyone. All of the criminals embedded in all of those organizations and those overseas, those in the UN, those in NATO, those in Europe, all have to know that they have to do something now. They can't wait. So that means that if we can get through the next 24 to 48 hours, then everything will be okay. If not, then my prayers are with you, as I hope yours are with me, and that we are able to survive whatever's coming. But I can't believe that Trump lied about information coming out, and he was not talking about Senator Nunes coming out with that information that he came out with. He's looking for cover. He doesn't want to go down with the people that's trying to subvert the government. So he went to Trump, just as others in the intelligence arena have done in recent months. When Trump first stepped into the White House, a high-level person, I believe he was with the Defense Intelligence, maybe the NSA, he went there and he was summarily fired after he did so. As soon as he went to see Trump, as soon as Trump was inaugurated, he wanted to tell Trump some things and make sure that he had legal cover in case a massive investigation and dragnet started pulling people in. He didn't want to be part of it. So now you know to prepare. You know what preparedness means. If you don't do it, then that'll be on you. God bless. This is SADT. Mike speaking. Have a great day.